After the initial wave of arrests, the Bush administration announced a new program, the Absconder Apprehension Initiative. The administration claimed that it was going after the 314,000 people in the United States who had absconded after having been served deportation notices, and it began by prioritizing Arab and Muslim absconders. Besides questions about the selective enforcement of such a program and the fact that it broke up many families, another problem quickly became apparent. Many arrests under this initiative either didn't many arrested under this initiative either didn't know that they had been served final deportation orders, which can be decided in absentia, in absence, without the person being there, or were not absconders at all, living out in the open and in full knowledge of the authorities, but without appeals pending in their cases. Such was the case with Rasha's family. Immigration appeals, with the current backlog of cases, often drag on for 5 years or more. Yet under this program, people were often taken into custody regardless. But immigration law, in the words of law professor David Cole, affords a convenient pretext for targeting millions of people. Just because the government has changed a foreign national or charged a foreign national as deportable, Cole explains, does not generally authorize his detention, unless the individual poses a danger to the community or risk of flight. But as with most of the post-September 11th detainees, the administration exploited an already flawed system of immigration detention, one that exists largely out of public view, with the Absconder Initiative. This way, the government could claim success by appearing zealous and tough on terror, but by using immigration detention as a political tool, it was also effectively blurring the distinction between alien, criminal, and terrorist. As Mark Dow has shown in American Gulag, Inside U.S. Immigration Prisons. Dow reveals how immigration detention has exploded in recent years. Since 1996, the year Congress mandated the detention of immigrants who had committed aggravated felonies even after they have served their sentences, the number of people in immigration detention has risen dramatically. In 1995, approximately 5,500 people were held on any given day for immigration reasons. By 2006, the number was over 27,000. The federal government, moreover, doesn't have the resources to house all these people, so they often contract out beds to county jails, such as the Bergen County Jail, which holds about 100 immigrant detainees at a rate of $85, raking in a total of more than $3 million annually. Besides being politically expedient, immigration detention is also a growing and lucrative industry. But what this system means is that you can languish in prison for a long time without ever having committed a crime. And this is what angers Rasha more than anything else. Her liberty was taken away from her for no good reason. She hadn't hurt anyone, but was treated like a criminal, and she experienced firsthand the manner in which people in prison were treated. She felt powerless to change her situation and utterly unable to challenge her accusers. And when the presumption of guilt was summarily dumped on her, she felt stripped of her dignity. Now she realizes the importance of speaking out, of correcting the ills that befell her and continue to befall others, and of being able to talk back to a system orchestrated to pacify you. She wants to grow from her experience and is preparing to pursue graduate work in international relations with a program affiliated with the United Nations. She is ready to dedicate her life to human rights advocacy because she believes that the only chance for improving our world lies in greater international cooperation and universal respect for human rights. She wants to move forward in her life, and after living through her ordeal, she believes that it is crucial not to obsess about the past, but to look constructively to the future. Nevertheless, Rasha will never allow herself to forget what happened to her and her family.